commitment against the fight of the coronavirus, Trade Kings Foundation donated hand-washing stands, sanitizing stations, as well as cleaning products to Lusaka City Council. In the handover ceremony, Trade Kings General Manager Mr. Lux Subramaniam had this to say.
You may recall that last Wednesday we made an announcement and we handed over a generous donation to the Ministry of Health of a check of 28 million kwacha. The trustees took up a solemn pledge, and which was a tripartite in nature. One of the items on the pledge was to adhere to prevention. Now, this drive today, which we have invited for the formal inauguration of the one of the core items in the pledge was water dispensers. So, in continuation to that, prevention, in order to prevent, we first identified where is the highest density of footfall, and we realized that markets and bus stops top the list. So our target was to keep ourselves focused in these areas. We have decided to provide our hygienics range of products, which is basically hand washing systems. So we have gotten about 50 water dispensers, which will also have our hygiene products. Washing fingers and the hands for 20 seconds is all what is required to contain the spread of this risk. We are planning to install this right now in our Lusaka city. Gradually, depending on how the contagion is contained or spreading, and depending on the availability of resources, we will go to cities like Indola and Livingston. For certain, these areas also have to be taken care of.
Receiving the donation to the council, the mayor thanked Trade Kings for not only donating to the central government, but the council as well.
There could never have been a better opportunity than now for us to unite Trade Kings and the office of the mayor and all the offices of all the councillors. Allow us to pass our gratitude on behalf of the nearly 2 million residents of Lusaka. So your gesture of the facilities for them to wash their hands goes a long way. Instead of just telling them, action speaks louder than words, you've come with the solutions. So now people can wash their hands. Yes, indeed, the biggest risk now remains our bus stops and our markets. That's where it's very difficult to maintain social distancing, and we're trying hard to get that to be implemented. We're trying hard to get them to wash their hands, but if there's no facility to use to wash their hands, it will not be achieved. So your gesture goes a long way to meeting that goal and to ensuring that we prevent the disease escalating in the city beyond the levels that it is.
To fulfill its pledge, Trade Kings personally delivered the cleaning stations to various markets and bus stations in Lusaka.
We are grateful to the Trade Kings group of companies, the Trade Kings Foundation, for donating to us as a local authority. They've donated hand washing facilities, the pedal type hand washing facilities, which are being distributed to the different markets and also different bus stations. As a pilot, we are receiving 50 of these facilities. Apart from the 50, we are also receiving soap, which will be used to wash our hands in these facilities. So the markets, the bigger markets, all the markets within the city will benefit from this particular donation. We're grateful because it will definitely go a long way. It is something which will help our city to reduce the infection of the COVID-19.
So basically we just want to say thank you to Trade Kings, and we urging our people, both traders, those who come and do business from here, workers as well, to be first and foremost to look after the donation from Trade King wholeheartedly and to use them, because these are not just decorations. I think it's if you have looked at the the guidelines that have been given by the Ministry of Health. One of them is to wash our hands constantly. So to that, we say thank you very much. And this is the first time that Seed Market is receiving such a donation. Let other companies also probably take a leaf from Trade Kings, because if people die, then we all won't have where we're going to do our business from. So the same people that are trying to protect their lives are the same people that do business with us. So once more, thank you to Trade Kings, and thanks to His Excellency the President for the measures that he has given. Thanks.
I can assure you that on behalf of Bungoma Buses Management and our colleagues, the drivers main committee who are here, are going to look after this equipment. I'm saying so because we maintain some discipline in the station here.
We have seen that.
And we work in partnership with our colleagues, the main committee, the drivers. I'm sure you have seen the surroundings very clean. We don't tolerate any litter, anybody throwing litter in the station. So similarly, with this equipment here, to be put to good use.